But for now, we want to turn our attention to our next guest. His name is Akuku Danger, and he's no stranger to the show.
Yay!
Uko na sound effects zako? I love
Yeah,
it.
Ziko.
Karibu sana to the show.
Asante sana.
He, of course, is a comedian, and he's been here before. It's been a while, though.
Yeah.
So it's good to have you back.
Thank you.
But we really want to talk about the comedy scene
Yes.
and what sort of effects it's experienced during this season. Of course, you know, we've all had to adapt ourselves in various ways, and people just across the country are really trying to just deal with this fundamental change to our lives.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's left no one untouched, right? Not
Yes,
even you
yes,
guys.
yes.
How have you been?
First of all, I've been okay. God has been good. Yeah, unajua, right now the corona, I think it has affected everyone, every party. Hata reverend venye ametoka hapa, I think personally has also been affected because juzi kwanza nimeona mapasta wengine huko kwa social media. Right now we can't have, you know, those sessions, tunataka sadaka. You know, it happens. It has affected some other churches, some other people, actually everyone in general. Yeah, for comedy, we have not been left behind. Yeah, it's been tough, but right now we have to actually come up with new ways to actually, you know, find a way we can actually make money at the same time entertaining our fans over there. Sorry. So it's something that has actually been happening here and there. Now, saizi comedians, we are forced to actually devise some other skills, yeah, which we actually didn't think would actually happen.
What sort of skills are those?
Yeah, so for now, I think we can talk of, right now we are starting what is called, the future is online. Yeah, like I normally say, the future is online. That's where everyone is. That's where the marketplace is, your consumers and everyone. So right now, if you're a comedian and you actually haven't, you know, started ways of actually going live, that is one way we actually do that. Yeah, there's something that we actually tried coming up with, and it's actually doing so well. It's been 2 weeks old now.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, unaona t-shirt yangu? Unaona?
254 Quarantine Comedy.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, the 254 Quarantine Comedy Club, yeah, it's just a club where we normally conduct our lives on Facebook. Yeah, we got there different comedians. You know, we have the likes of Sleepy, we have Chris Darling, we have Akuku Danger, Smart Joker, just to name but a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just, there were some people who came together and they were like, yeah, you know, we need to come up with something, you know, Quarantine Comedy Club where we can actually make people laugh.
Yeah.
You can watch us from home. Yeah, it's typical comedy. Yeah, we normally have it, you know, each and every day throughout the week. Yeah, so the Quarantine Comedy Club, it's actually an invention of some other sponsors who are actually in the United States of America all the way.
Okay.
Yeah, they contacted us and they were like, you guys, we need to actually do something. Yeah, you know,
So
you guys
what do you
can
do in this comedy club?
Now, this comedy club, we actually do just normal comedy, normal stand-up comedy. A comedian will actually come, you know, talk about what he want to talk about, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or sometimes 1 hour. Yeah, the lives actually go from maybe 10 to 12 in the midnight. Yeah, it's just comedy. We just get to interact with our fans. We get to read their comments. We get to talk with them. Yeah, so it's actually a very good initiative that we actually doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how is it as far as revenue is concerned? Because previously now you guys would put up shows.
Yes.
And people would have to, same with musicians, right? People would then pay to come to the shows.
Yeah.
I know these social media platforms are kind of trying to work on a way to monetize that, but at the moment it's not there yet.
Yes.
How is that working out for you then?
Yeah, so for now we can actually we've been going live on Facebook. Facebook can't actually monetize right now, especially in some other regions, especially Kenya. You can't actually monetize that. But the reason why we actually go live so that people can actually get our content out there, and the only way we also get to survive is through the well-wishers who are actually out there watching our content. Some people are so good. Some people would actually send tips.
Okay.
Some people could, you know, to the comedians who are performing, which is actually a good thing. But our intention wasn't actually the money per se.
Right.
Yeah, but we just wanted something that could keep us actually in the game, because this is a skill that we're gonna need even after Corona.
Sure.
Yeah, even after Corona, you're still gonna need that skill. So if you don't use this time to actually master that particular craft, it's actually gonna be different. You're gonna be thrown out of the game in a few months' time.
That's a good point you're making.
Yeah.
And maybe it applies to other industries as well.
Exactly.
To really look at it not as how much are you giving me, but like this is you're sort of building your resume, you're building
Yes,
your experience,
exactly. Because
even if it's free or on a volunteer basis or whatever
yes.
you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, because already on stage, we already know how we get on stage. Yeah, give it up for Akuku Danger. Hey, you guys are looking good. Saitan, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
But, now this is a different skill. This is a different platform. I actually have to perform in not in front of a
How
live
is that
audience.
for you? Because, with musicians,
Yeah.
I know a lot of pastors also struggle. I mean, as much as they're doing online, it's
Yeah.
very different. Mezoea,
Umezoea.
touch your neighbor,
Tell
slap
the
your
neighbor.
neighbor, Mwambia, sijui, give me an amen, and you don't actually get that. Like, because,
Yeah.
now you're talking to
You're
cameras.
talking to the
So what
camera.
tukaa sisi at least tumezoea ma camera, but for
Yes.
other people, like, they're really struggling just to talk to,
Yeah,
a piece of
you just
equipment.
there like, Bwana Sifiwe.
How
Yeah.
is it for you when you don't have, because I'm sure you were feeding a lot on the audience's energy,
Yes.
their responses, their
Yes.
laughter. How
That,
is it different now?
that's why I said it's actually a skill that each and every performer needs to actually master right now, because when you're there with the live audience, you can always throw a word at them. They can always, you feed from their energy, just like you say. But now I just need to talk to my camera. Now that means you really need to, how can I put it? It's something that you really need to learn. It's a skill, because
Yeah.
that is the future. Yeah,
Yeah.
because in the future, nobody's gonna risk it to go out there and club. Nobody's gonna risk it to go out, okay, we
Well, let's
pray it
hope so,
gets to.
except hawa mutai wenye ati wale wanaenda wanaoda mutai.
Yeah,
Inaitwa mutai sasa, ati you just order one sausage and
one sausage and na hiyo ingine na mutudho mbili. Now it happens, but now sasa it's something that you really need, because that is the future.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the future. In as much as what is gonna happen, you're gonna need to actually have that skill.
Sure.
Yeah. So
speaking of the future, there's been a lot of disruptions already.
Yes.
And I'm just thinking of like the TikTok space. It feels like everybody now is a comedian. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Like now they sort of have license to show us your crazy side and show
Yes.
us you being silly.
yes.
How does that affect your work? Are you, I mean, I don't want to say threatened, but is there any sort of, do you perceive it as any sort of threat? The fact that now, Msioka, Akinyi,
Yes.
Onyango,
Everyone
Maura,
now
everybody is
crazy on
a
TikTok and
comedian,
everything.
essentially.
Yeah, now that is, of course, there are gonna come so many apps that are gonna be more crazier than even TikToks, and which is gonna threaten, But I wouldn't really love to say like it threatens our career as comedians, because what we actually do is actually different from okay, the TikToks, people are crazy and everything, but at the end of the day, there is a difference, and the difference comes in in a lot of things in terms of content.
Who
You as
has
a
the best
comedian,
content?
who has the best content, because that is it. If you have the best content, that's it. If you don't have the content, you're thrown out of the game. So it's about content. Yeah, comedian, you're only a comedian if you have a content. Yes. So without that, you know. So TikTok is it's an app that is there to stay. Yeah. So people are just gonna need to actually adapt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And like you've said, I think the ones who come out and build names for themselves are the ones who really shine on those platforms.
Yes,
So
yes,
it's open
yes,
for
yes.
everybody,
Yes.
but you stand out by really excelling and doing absolutely well.
And that is content again.
Okay.
Yeah, and actually that is also another platform which I think some other comedians can also comedians can actually pick up on, because it's also another why it also has another fan base. Yeah, so you can actually use that to actually build different audiences in different platforms. Like we have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok is huge. So yeah, I think right now some people are also getting there. I'm not yet there on TikTok yet, but bado naionaona. Yeah, bado naionaona. It depends with your preference. So
Yeah.
I think when I'm ready, I'll be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is there a chance, do you think, of this whole season and the fact that we've had to sort of move into this digital space? Do you see it as an opportunity to sort of spread now your craft even more internationally? Because there's just a lot of people online, whereas someone from Uganda and Tanzania may not necessarily come to Kenya to watch your show.
Yes.
There's now perhaps opportunity for them to enjoy what you do through the digital waves.
Yes. Now, like I said, now it gets, you get more wider fan base. The more you go live, because now someone can actually watch you at the comfort of their living room, and that is what we're actually doing here at 254 Quarantine Comedy Club. We want something that that is gonna bring all fans from different places. I want people in America to watch what I'm doing here. I want people from Uganda. I want my fellow Kenyans to see what we do on that 254 Quarantine Club. Yeah. So it's just when we are there, you can access us from anywhere. Yeah, and the language there that we actually use on 254 is actually Kiswahili and English.
Okay.
So I think we can actually, I think we actually attract audiences from different, yeah, global villages.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is the comedy on the Quarantine Comedy Club, is it focused on like Corona and, this season?
No,
Or you're just doing it generally?
No, what we do on 254 Quarantine, it's actually just generally.
Okay.
Yeah, we can talk about today. Each and every comedian has got their own different sets.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is actually how we organize it. For a particular shooting, we can actually have 5 comedians.
So is it an actual set, or guys are doing it from their home?
We are doing it from, from an actual set,
Okay.
which is actually in one of our living rooms. I've been doing it in my house.
Okay.
Some other comedians from their houses, but occasionally I could host maybe, let's say, 3 other comedians or 4 other comedians. And I know people are wondering, the corona, social distance.
Yeah,
yes. Now, what we actually do so that we actually, put our, comedians' health at priority, we actually ensure when they come, we have all the masks, we have all the gloves, we actually wear it by the door before you actually walk in. So when you walk in, you actually go directly to your room, because the houses we have, different rooms. Each and every artist occupies their own room. And you stay there, you wait for your time to perform. You come out of your room and you perform, and you go back there. And you ensure you carry a change of clothes so that ukiingia unazitoa, unaingia kwa bafu, unaoga. And then we also have professional cleaners and who do the disinfection, and cleaning of the surfaces. So ukiingia, the change of clothes utazitoa, zinaeka kwa laundry, you get a new change of clothes. You stay in your room. You only leave your room to come and perform on the set, then go back to your room. And you will be served there. Then tomorrow ukitoka unachukua zile nguo kwa laundry. And yeah, so we ensure that there is the social distance is actually taken care of. Yeah, the wearing of the masks, the sanitizers. Yeah, so that is what we actually do.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some of the funny things you've been seeing in this season?
This season, the funny things I've been seeing about corona and everything. Oh my God, Kenyans are funny. I've been seeing lots of memes coming up. Yeah, people are so funny with memes. Everyone is a comedian in Kenya. Yeah, like I said, but it's gonna take just a slight. Yeah, there's a difference between a stand-up comedian and a Kenyan comedian. I don't know if you get the difference.
So what would you do? What are some of the things that you're seeing? Maybe you can give us a quick skit.
Some of the things. Kwanza I saw Nganga. Nganga is a very good friend of mine, Bishop Nganga. Yeah, alisema nifungieni hapo na watu niwaombe kabisa. Nganga is actually one of those, he's a friend of mine, but we normally joke a lot with him, Bishop, like, unlike Kwame, who was here just a few minutes ago. Kwame, Reverend Kwame, is one of those pastors who, are composed. He comes to church. There's a pianist. He has some. There's. Bishop Kwame will come to church and praise God church. The Bible says Jesus will come like a thief. Amen. Unapata mtu wa piano tu hapo kando yake. Jesus says he will come like a thief. Lakini Bishop Nganga anaingia kanisa, lakini sasa juu yeye anakuja na sound yake, lakini sound yake is self installed. Unapata Bishop Nganga, Biblia inasema katika kitabu cha Luka, Yesu alisema takuja kama mwizi. It's actually funny.
Oh my God.
And then another thing I've actually noticed during this time of corona, yeah, also Jeff is also a very good friend of mine. Jeff Koinange, a very good friend of mine. Yeah, I was actually asking him if he can actually call me on his show one of these fine days. But I was like, no, I don't want to come to Jeff's show for now, because Jeff, unajua kwa interview zake, Jeff, social distance. You see, like now we have, social distance, we can talk. But Jeff won't give you that social distance. Oh my, I want to say, it's smoking hot.
Guy!
Joyce, tell us, when did you start your
Oh my
career?
God, what's happening?
Joyce, did it happen? Oh my!
Guy!
Oh my! Did it? Joyce. Yeah, but that is. Let me go back to my seat.
Ebu you God.
Wacha nirudi. Nimerudi hapa. So you see, yeah, the social distance is very important.
Guy, umenisongezea mpaka hapa. Actually, nimeshtuka. And you totally hit my face. That was funny. Wow, I need a tissue.
Yeah, but so those are just some of the things that's been happening in the industry, and Yeah,
Please
tunaziona.
explain to us from your perspective as Akuku Danger. Hii kuoda mutai. Eh.
Hii order ya mutai you order, do you know saizi mpaka saizi saizi hata mali wanauza masmokies peke yake hivi ukienda they can't wako tu na unajua ukiona saizi smoky mtu anauza pale kwa barabara uko zile ama kuna zingine mbili unauza pale nyuma you have to be creative, you know Kenyans, you never know.
Oh my lord.
Saizi kuna Mkenya unapata kama modo wa nyumba anatengeneza anauza keg, lakini juu sasa pombe haiwezi uzwa in public, they are very creative. Unapata imeweka ndani ya thermos na amefunga. So it's creativity. Yeah, so
oh my goodness.
So many things are happening.
Very many things are happening. Oh my goodness, Akuku Danger. Always a pleasure to have you on set.
Pleasure is always mine, Joyce.
I think you're the guest who sat the closest to me on this show ever.
Yay!
Oh Lord, that was funny though. But once again, remind us how people can follow you on social media and keep up with your work.
Yeah, you guys, you can always follow me on It's Akuku Danger on Instagram, It's Akuku Danger, Facebook, Akuku Danger the comedian, on Twitter, It's Akuku Danger. And yeah, you can also follow our lives, guys, on 254 Quarantine Comedy Club. It's on Facebook. Follow us there. It's lots of craziness going down. Actually, this Friday, we have a very, very huge lineup happening this Friday. So people can actually watch us. Just make sure you tune in. We'll be having Mulamua. We have this Jojo, Smart Joker, Akuku Danger, Sleepy, Chris Darling. It's gonna be a whole lot of show.
Nice.
Na muingize kitu kwa M-Pesa. Tik tik kwa tip kidogo.
Is there a certain time that the show runs?
The show runs from 10 to 12 in the midnight.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Na watu wanaingiza nini tips wapi?
Kwa tips, tips kuna manamba tunaweka pale. Tukienda live unapata tumeweka kwa tips pale M-Pesa, and then PayPal, and then we also have cash apps there.
So support
yeah, to actually
artists.
just support our artists, especially, you know, because we actually need bedding. Sometimes we need, you know, more of this sanitizer. Hii kitu imekuwa kinisumbua. Sanitizer. Hiyo kitu inanisumbua. Sanitizers, yeah, and the masks, yeah. So you can always support our artists. Yeah, and also great shout out for our sponsors, Doro, Daphne, Obare Wesonga. You know, those are people who just actually ensure that the channel is actually up and running.
Okay.
So
All right. Yeah. Great. Thank you again for coming.
Yeah.
All the best, man. 254 Comedy Club, Quarantine Comedy Club.
Yes.
You can follow them, of course, they're on Facebook. With that said, we need to take a break as we get ready for the top of the hour. Still coming up on the show, Dennis will be joining us later on. And we're also going to be talking about dealing with crisis during this season. What are some of the tips and tactics that you can employ in your own life? Stay tuned. This is Full Circle with Joyce. I'll see you at 9 a.m.